Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a humble potter named Arjun. Every day, Arjun would gather clay from the riverbank, shape it into beautiful pots, and sell them in the village market. His hands were rough from years of work, but his heart was gentle and he took pride in his craft. Though he barely earned enough to feed his family, he was content with his simple life. One day, while digging for clay near the river, Arjun's hands struck something hard. Curious, he brushed away the dirt and uncovered a small, intricately carved wooden box. It was old and weathered, but the carvings were exquisite, delicate patterns of flowers and birds that seemed to come alive in the sunlight. Arjun opened the box and found a strange, shimmering stone inside. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, but he assumed it was just a pretty trinket. He placed the stone back in the box and carried it home, thinking it might make a nice gift for his daughter, Leela. Leela, a bright-eyed girl of 10, adored the box and the stone. She tied the box with a piece of string and hung it around her neck, wearing it everywhere she went. The stone sparkled in the sunlight, catching the attention of everyone who saw it. One day, as Leela played near the market, a traveling merchant named Ramesh noticed the shimmering stone around her neck. Ramesh was a shrewd man, always on the lookout for treasures he could sell for a profit. He approached Arjun and asked, "What is that beautiful stone your daughter is wearing?" Arjun shrugged and replied, "It's just a trinket we found by the river. It's pretty, but it's nothing special." Ramesh's eyes gleamed as he recognized the stone's true value. It was a rare opal, worth a fortune. He offered Arjun 200 rupees for it, a sum that seemed like a small fortune to the potter. Arjun hesitated but eventually agreed, thinking the money could help his family. Ramesh took the stone and left the village, his heart racing with excitement. He knew he could sell the opal for thousands of rupees in the city. Meanwhile, Arjun used the money to buy food and clothes for his family, feeling grateful for the unexpected windfall. A few weeks later, a wealthy jeweler named Vikram passed through the village. He stopped at the market to rest and noticed Ramesh showing off the opal to a crowd of curious onlookers. Vikram's eyes widened as he examined the stone. He knew its true worth and immediately offered Ramesh 10,000 rupees for it. Ramesh, thinking he could get an even better price, refused and demanded 15,000 rupees. Vikram, unwilling to pay more, walked away, confident that Ramesh would come to his senses. But fate had other plans. That evening, a storm swept through the village, and Ramesh's cart was caught in the floodwaters. The opal, along with many of his other goods, was washed away. Desperate, Ramesh searched for days but never found the stone. Heartbroken and regretful, he realized he had lost a fortune because of his greed. Meanwhile, Arjun continued his life as a potter, unaware of the opal's true value. One day, Vikram returned to the village and happened to meet Arjun. Curious, he asked, "Do you remember the stone you sold to the merchant?" Arjun nodded and Vikram sighed. That was no ordinary stone. It was a rare opal, worth more than you can imagine. The merchant lost it in the storm, and now it's gone forever. Arjun was stunned. He thought of his daughter, who had loved the stone so much, and felt a pang of sadness. But then he smiled and said, "Perhaps it was never meant to be mine. I sold it for what I thought was a fair price, and it helped my family. The merchant lost it because he wanted more than he needed. Greed has a way of taking everything, doesn't it?" Vikram nodded, humbled by Arjun's wisdom. He left the village, carrying the story with him. This tale teaches us 3 important lessons. First, greed can blind us to the true value of what we have. Second, sometimes what seems like a small blessing can be enough if we are grateful for it. And third, life's greatest treasures are not always measured in wealth, but in the contentment of a humble heart.